Hi guys, just a quick video before we carry on with the conversion on this ride. Just wanted to show you, basically, it's a quick video on how to test to make sure one of these Northern Leisure rides, so this is the slightly newer Northern Leisure ride, not the really old OMC Postman Pat ones. Obviously, as you can see, this Northern Leisure boat that we're doing, it's on the same actual base cabinet as the old, as the newer OMC Postman Pats, the sort of the Mark II. Still runs off the same sort of mechanism. The only difference with this one is, because it's got a Kermit box, it's had this installed, which basically converts... so obviously, coming out your plug socket is AC 220 to 240. And this little fella here converts that, drops it down, transforms it down, steps it down to run the still standard DC motor in here. I'm sure it's a DC motor. I've not took the cover off, but yeah, it looks DC motor and gearbox that all the OMC stuff runs off, which is, if I remember rightly, 180 volts, something like that, I think it is. So when I've done the conversions before, where I've had the Postman Pats for myself, I've converted by using a dimmer switch to bring the voltage down, switch it from AC to DC. Obviously on this one, this is just a quick test to show you how to, so let's say you've got on these rides and it's not working, blah blah, to make sure, or to do a test on the actual motor itself to make sure the ride's working, this is what you do. So the AC is going into the ride and it comes in here and it goes into this. I've put this on obviously because I've had to mess around tapping into the timers, but it goes into this is the AC coming into the ride. That normally goes into the Kermit box, and then out the Kermit box comes this to go to the actual motor. So obviously the timer does a timed ride and all the sound effects and everything and the duration of the ride, and sends the power to the motor, to this one, to this box and into the motor when the ride should be working, of course. So basically, simply, nice and easy with these now, similar to Whittaker Brothers as well, and not same as Mitchell's and Jolly Roger, but obviously Whittaker Brothers and these ones as well have both got these general common 3-pin, we call them kettle leads. So basically, you can plug these together, like so, and the AC is now going straight through. So you've basically, we've got no time in this ride yet. I haven't even got the toy back on yet, but basically, the way the ride's set up, the AC is going straight into the white, going straight out the black, into the motor. So basically, we've hardwired the motor. So when we plug this in now, if the motor's working, which obviously I know this motor is working okay, the ride's working fine, this is a way to test the actual motor to make sure you've not got motor issue. So this is a way to eliminate any problems with the motor, so you know then that this is a working base and the ride's working fine. You can have it running and make sure, turn it on and off a few times, make sure it's running okay, and there's no sort of chassis problems where anything's loose or anything like that. This is a nice way to test the workings, or the actual mechanical workings of the ride and the motor of the ride. So I've plugged it in, so the AC is going straight in from the plug socket straight into there. When I plug the ride in now, which obviously comes out the back, goes down around here, oops, to a pat tested plug. Going to plug this in now, and straight away this ride should work as normal. There we go, look. Nice rocking motion. So turn it off, turn it on. It's actually, it sounds like it's not just like straight powered, but that box down there, it sounds like it actually does like a slow start. So it starts nice and slow, it doesn't rush into it. Which the older OMC ones are sort of like, they did that, but they used a choke on the actual old big PCB board. But this is obviously, Northern Leisure's upgraded and gone to this to do the slow start rather than on the actual board and use DC choke. We've actually gone on this and use this instead, which has obviously made it so when you turn the AC on, it goes straight through and it slowly starts up. So by doing that, they've obviously upgraded the timer, and they've got a normal timer in there that runs straight off the AC. So it looks okay, sounds okay, it's moving okay, it's all good. Successful test. It smells fine, no burning or anything like that. The base is nice and dry. It's been stored outside. It's been covered up. I've hair dried it with a hairdryer just to make sure it's all okay. And yeah, it's fine. All working okay. So that's just one way of testing the motor on the ride to make sure it's all working. Cheers guys. Bye.